Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Epic here, and very recently I made a video on model and mesh replacement in Borderlands 2. A huge breakthrough that just hit the biggest breakthrough ever, where we can finally get custom player models into Borderlands 2. Now, the last you saw of this project was that I had Maya's head done, but as you can see, we now have a completely working and animated player model, complete with Maya's cape from Borderlands 3. Jumping into the air, you can see that the cape animates with the player model here, and even going into the inventory, you can see that Maya is there. Now, there are some things which are not finished with this mod just yet, and honestly probably never will be for this case. The first one is that her hair doesn't animate, and this is because of a lack of bones near the head, so her hair will clip through her chest sometimes. And the other one is that her hand goes through her cape into her hip. And this is another one which just isn't really worth fixing. You'd have to edit animations and whatnot, which I really just don't think is worth doing for a character model mod where people really aren't going to care too much about that. But this video will serve as a tutorial on how to install these mods. Now, do note that this is not a tutorial on how to make these mods. Making these takes hours and hours of work to make, sometimes days of work. In our case it was days of work. And much like I did in the last video, I want to give a huge shout out to Salva. Salva helped me make this mod, and we've kind of been the ones power horsing the whole custom character model stuff. So we are still working on trying to get together some documents and also a full tutorial on how to make these for yourself, so that will be coming in the near future, hopefully. Now, let's not waste any more time and show you how to install this mod in particular and any more in the future. If you want a text tutorial, the mod link will be in the description where there is a full one provided, and for this video I'm going to be going through that description and just kind of giving more context and information on what you need to know. First of all, let's go over the prerequisites, things that you need to know about these mods. Now, the first one is that for any form of player model or mesh replacement in Borderlands 2, it is not going to be compatible with the Ultra HD texture pack. This will not work, or you may run into bugs if you use it, so bear that in mind. And the second one is that if you've downpatched your game and you're on an older version of the game and not the current one, it also is not going to fully work. I have seen someone run into issues where the material doesn't swap out on the player's head, and Maya's head will look all kinds of messed up in particular. So first and foremost, just know that you cannot use any form of downpatching or the Ultra HD texture pack with this, sadly. Next, you're going to need, of course, the mod, which you can download this one in particular from the mod page, so make sure you go and grab that from the file section. And in the description of the mod, you'll need to scroll down and go and download TFC Installer. This is crucial for getting this to work. Now, once you download the mod itself, the first thing you're going to want to do is open up the zip file, and inside will be a folder called TFC Mods. Inside of that folder is going to be the actual mod folder, and it will be like this for every one of my mods in particular that you download. I've tried to streamline this to make the installation as quick and easy as possible and as foolproof, so all you need to do is drag the TFC Mods folder, which contains my mod, into your Borderlands 2 root folder. I'm not going to show how to get to that because it can vary based on system, but you should know how to find your installation folder, and if you don't, there are tons of guides online which make it super simple. So once you get to the root folder, drag the TFC Mods folder inside of it, and you should be set to go to the next step. Now, run the exe to open TFC Installer, and the first thing you're going to want to do is select the first option and select your Borderlands 2 root directory again so it knows where to install the mods to. Now you want to select the second option and go and find the TFC Mods folder that you dragged into your root. Click into it, and then there should be another folder. In this case, it's going to be my Maya mod, but it could be a completely different one in the future. You just want to click on the folder of the mod you're going to be installing and select it. And then when this is done, you should have a new option popping up to update Borderlands 2. You may also have options to update the DLCs, but if that's ever something you need to do, then the description of my mods will tell you when you need to do that. So as soon as you've updated Borderlands 2, you've installed the mod, and you should be good to load up the game. If you ever want to uninstall this mod, all you've got to do is hit the uninstall button at the bottom of TFC Installer, but with that you should be good to go. You can hop in game, and when you play as Maya, so long as you're using her default skin and head, she should look like the BL3 version of Maya. She is compatible with other heads in the game on top of her new player model, so you can go ahead and switch to those if you want to, but just be aware that the skins are a little messed up. This is because one of the things we still haven't cracked with this form of modding yet are the masks on skins, so unfortunately you won't really be able to change her skin. However, if anybody out there knows how to do this, feel free to leave a comment or tweet me on Twitter at EpicNNG so we can get this down and have a fully working in-depth customizable version of BL3 Maya and future skins also. We've been working extremely hard on getting these mods to function in-game, and I'm so glad that we've got our first one out, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. And before you ask, no, this is not possible on console. I'm really sorry about that, but PC Master Race. Anyway, with that being said, please feel free to suggest what we should do next for mods in this game. This is kind of a huge breakthrough, and honestly, my next big thing that I want to get done is to get mesh replacement working in Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands. Also, due to popular request, I just launched my Patreon, so if you want to support myself and the mods I make, feel free to go over there and support us. And with that being said, thank you for watching and enjoy the mods.